Good morning. Thank you for being here with me today. Today, I just wanted to go over the procedural safeguards and some information for you and your parent rights. Here's a copy for you. And as you can see, you get to keep this copy, and as an essential component of IDEA, it's the rights of the parents that should be ensured. And so IDEA is Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. And in special education, parents are a part of the educational decision process for their child. So, with the procedural safeguards or parental rights, the parents have a right to make sure that they're in compliance with federal and state laws. It also gives the opportunity for the parents and schools to have meaningful collaboration. And so I thought we could just go through the four main parts of the parental rights here. As you see, I highlighted each section. And the first one is general notice and consent requirements. And the school must provide you with written notice to conduct evaluations, determine eligibility, to change something once your child's education plan has been developed. And you'll also see there the parental consent. And the school must get your written consent to begin the evaluation process, to access your insurance. On the next page there, it lists a couple other examples, like accepting services for your child if they are determined. So the next main part, if you turn the page there, it is evaluations and the right to an independent evaluation. You have the right to ask your school to evaluate the child and see if your child has a disability and needs special education services. The school district has up to 60 calendar days to initially evaluate and up to 30 calendar days to develop an IEP if your child needs those services. And that's Individualized Education Program, IEP. And if you turn the page, the next part there you'll see is the appointment of educational surrogates when needed. Each public agency has to ensure the child's rights are protected, and so if needed, the parent can't stand in, a public agency cannot represent the child, then it shows there a surrogate parent can be identified. That could be a relative or step parent that the child lives with, a foster parent, or a guardian appointed, as long as it's not from a state agency. And then the last part there, as you see, I'll turn a couple more pages there. There is a chance for resolution as far as disagreements go in between the parents and the school. And so parents have several options if they disagree about special education issues. There's mediation. On the next page there, the IDOE state complaints and due process hearings if there is a disagreement between the school and parents. And of course, the preferred is mediation, but if it escalates from there, it gives step by step those processes that can be taken, or steps that can be taken, I should say. As you see, there's a lot of details there. It is important to kind of read through step by step and understand each of those bullet points, and it takes some time. So if you have questions, we can get together and talk about it. If there's something that you can think of now that you want to ask, I'd like to answer any of those questions that you have. And then, of course, I want you to know that as you go through this, you can contact the school and we can explain anything or help you identify any sort of contacts towards these. Is there any questions you want to go over about the procedural safeguards or parent rights? Okay, well, like I said, if you think of something and you want to go over it, we can definitely do that. I know I went through just the main highlights and there's a lot of information there. At the bottom, well, actually from the back page, I included our contact information there. You have my information as special education teacher. You have the principal information and the school facilitator. So our emails are there, phone contact information, just so we can be available to you if something comes up. All right, well, thank you, and I hope that explains a little better. And you'll be provided numerous copies of the procedural safeguards as we go on each year. Each meeting, you'll be provided with these, so we can always go over it again next time.